That's a big deal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the call. We will be doing this recording, so you have the opportunity to share it with a few other people. I can see that there should have been some more people. Roski and Hans Noel is one of them. I don't know if he have some challenges regarding connecting, but then he can be looking into this recording. Guys, all of you are great people from the past. Andy, du deler skærm lige nu. Tak. Um, and I've just had so many great hours with all of you through the ASEA adventure, and some of you succeeded very well. Some of you were probably not giving that adventure the attention that it needed to accelerate in the level where you wanted, or maybe it was probably not just the right timing for you guys. But no matter what, I appreciate that you are here, open-minded to look into a very, very extremely early stage movement into Asia. And I really just deep down in my heart hope that you can see the potential that lies within this, because this is absolutely huge. I don't want to give further explanation about my life, except of I want to share with you a quick story for the reason why I have decided to engage into this. Some of you are aware that in February 25, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. Quite early in that, sorry about that. Just a second, guys. Anna, I need, I have my dog here. He's very loud. You are a dog expert. Just a second, guys. I need to let him out.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Very at the very early stages of this diagnose, a close friend of mine, a person that I have deeply respect for within the network marketing industry, called me up and said, Morten, I have heard about your wife. I'm sending you a load of products. I want you to get her on it. And based on the history that I have had with this gentleman for 10 plus years, I decided to have trust enough to follow his lead, follow his word. And Gita used the products personally. I used the products, and she have went through the entire chemotherapy in a very good shape. Actually, she was a part of a group of 30 people. My wife was the only one going through the entire program without any delaying, without any postponement of treatments. So that gives me an idea of how powerful the product is, because it helped Gita stay fit, stay in the very best shape, stay in a position where her body could take care of itself in the very highest level. So when Gita was ending up the treatment of chemo, this gentleman that sent the product to me invited me, including Atman, including another Norwegian guy named Gaia, to attend or fly into Frankfurt in Germany. We met with the founder of the company. It was very confidential, right? Because we have all run businesses besides, so it had to be confidential. We didn't want anybody to figure out that we were looking into something else. And after a couple of days spent it with the founder of this company and with the head scientist of this company, we were blown away. Blown away in such a way that we decided when we finalized the trip down there and we're heading back home, we decided that this had to be our new adventure. This is a new business that we want to bring to the world. So actually, it's American company based in Vegas. They are 7 years old. They in 25 they did 50 million US dollars in sales. They are doing extremely well. Now we are moving and taking in shares of the European market because it's quite new. There is one market that are officially open in Asia, that's Thailand. Now we are seeking for already now leadership within different arenas in Asia. And you guys are the very first people that we are giving information regarding this adventure. So um, again, you will not get all the information that are needed on this specific call. But what you will get a feeling of is hopefully that you understand the potential and the opportunity that comes within this. And we just hope that you will gain all the knowledge that are needed in order to take the right decision for you. So you are already familiar with Ottmar Berger. He's on the line listening in. You know what type of profile he is, extremely professional. I will say he knows things into details because he are not entering a business without knowing the most important facts of the company. So I don't want to go further in describing Ottman. All of you know who he is and what he stands for. I want to introduce you for the gentleman that actually sent me these products back in the days in February 25. And again, it's a guy that I've known for 10 plus years. He is a extremely well-known network marketer, probably one of the biggest in Europe. He was the one bringing ASEA into Europe. He worked with ASEA before they were officially open. Then he transformed from ASEA into Prove It, created an organization of 100,000 people in more than 20 plus countries. He operated in Europe 2 years before they were official opened in Europe. He's a multi-million-dollar earner within this industry. He's a good guy. He loves health in the highest level. Okay, so he is very much into the product, into technology. He wants to be a part of something huge that can make a difference for humanity out there. So what I think we will be doing is that I will be opening up the line for Torsten now. I hope that you are ready with a pen and paper. Later, we will open up for the Q&A section if you have any questions at all. And then Torsten and I will be doing some forth and back sharing. And yeah, so Torsten, please unmute yourself and then take the word from here.
Yes, hello, and thank you so much for your kind words. And thank you, everybody, for coming here on this call. Maybe this call is game changing. We also have Anna with a nice dog. Yeah, we are also dog lovers. Unfortunately, our dog died by cancer. Yeah, but yeah, so we will get another dog. So I see the dog and I'm getting tears in my eyes and say, oh my God. Yeah, so all is good. So I'm 35 years in this industry, in network marketing. I'm 58 years old. Just got brand new
Guys,
grandpa.
58, guys. Torsten is 58.
Yeah, in 2 years I'm 60. I cannot even believe this.
Are you sure, Torsten? Are you?
Yeah.
That's good.
But I
Amazing.
was my whole life into biohacking and into automolecular medicine, reverse aging, and all these kind of stuff. So that was really something I did for my whole life. I was not the fastest in my very first period of network marketing because of some challenges, but finally I made it to the top. But I'm also honest. I lost everything again. So I was really some of you guys who probably know my story or some of my stories on the video have been recorded from the company where Morten, Ottoman, and Gear we met. And it showed me after I was very successful that I lost everything. I was even having 2 winters in Germany, no heating. I was collecting bottles and cans. We went to the food bank to get some food. But then 2012, this opportunity came into my life and to open up with the SIA company Europe, and I think I broke every record in this company so far. I was after 6 weeks, I was triple diamond. After 2 years, the fastest $1 million earner in the company became multi-million-dollar earner. But because of some things, I moved on and did some other changes. And I was not actually looking 13 months ago for a new company. 13 months ago, I'm in the mastermind with Eric Worre. Probably you guys know Eric Worre. He's the #1 network marketing trainer. He wrote the book GoPro, How to Become Network Marketing Professional. And he's doing these big events also with Tony Robbins and so on. So he's really a big guy. And I'm invited very often private to his home. So I'm 3, 4 times a year in the US. And while I was in the US, Anke, my better half, she was actually getting a dental surgery, and there was also cyst, and there were some problems with her teeth. And when she got the dental surgery, they made a mistake. So they damaged the nerve, and half of her face was paralyzed. And that was a really bad situation because she couldn't close her eyes. When she was drinking, the water was sipping out. When she was chewing on this side, her lymph system on this side was so bad that there was so many liquid that she couldn't even see in the mirror her ear. That's how swollen this was with the lymphatic system. So she took some injections and took up to 40 milliliters out of the injection, out of her face every day. So that was really crazy. We went to the hospital. The hospital said after examination, they said, sorry, we can't do anything for you. You have to live the rest of your life with this. If you're lucky in 6 to 12 months, maybe some small mimics, but don't count on it. If the nerve is damaged, we can't do anything. So that was actually the situation while I was in the US. And a friend of mine who I know 25 years, and actually, the funny part is he's German, but he's married to a Filipina and he's living in Manila. And because of the time difference, he saw that I'm in Vegas for Eric Worre's event. And he said, "Why don't you meet the founder and CEO of my company?" And I said, "Oh, I have nearly 100,000 people in my team. I have a $15 million business. I brought this, my business is great, so I'm not looking for a new opportunity, not willing to meet a founder." But he said, "Look, we have some amazing products. Maybe this can help Anke." And so that was the reason while I was going to the meeting. In the first 5 minutes, when we had lunch, because he invited me to the nice Mandalay Bay. Probably you know this nice hotel at the Las Vegas Strip for lunch. And when he was there, I said in the first 5 minutes, just be aware, I'm not looking for a new network marketing company. I'm just here because I heard some of these products can help Anke. So I need to understand your products. And out of this lunch it went into the afternoon and evening. We got really close connection with him, and it was really a 4 hours amazing meeting. And I understood these products might be a big game changer. And so I asked, "Is this possible to meet the scientist?" And he said he's living 6 hours away in Utah. So I can try to get him. How long are you in the city? And I said, I'm here for this event, but the event starts on Friday. I think we had a meeting on Monday or Tuesday, and he said, okay, I'm trying to do something. On Thursday, I met I was in the company and I met the scientist. We were talking and I had a lot of questions and he said, "Are you scientist?" I said, "No." "Are you doctor?" I said, "No." How comes you have all these very intelligent questions? And I don't understand. And I was talking with him that I was in automolecular medicine, that in 2012 I started with biohacking, with redox signaling molecules and stuff like this. And he started laughing. And he said, "Can I show you something on my camera?" And he said, "Yes." And then he pulled out his camera. He was looking for a picture. And then he showed me a picture of Gary Samuelson, who developed the redox signaling products, and himself working in the laboratory. So they were literally working together before even the company started. But he and they went to different ways. So Gary Samuelson decided to go on the redox signaling molecules way, and he decided I need to take this technology on the next level. And so for 8 or 10 years, he said I developed something with the same technology, but I wanted to make it stable, and I want to bring in all vitamins, all minerals, nano size with the same water transportation system. And then it goes directly into your cells. And so I was and so that's actually what I did, and that's how the product came there. And I was really surprised because I know about this technology. And so yeah, make a long story short, we tried the products. I had also a medical challenge. I had long COVID, so I was one of the guys who nearly died in the first corona wave with COVID. And they wanted to hospitalize me, but there was no place in the hospital in the first phase, and so I didn't go to the hospital. I was just laying there for 3 weeks, and no one could help me. It was really bad time, and I didn't think I survived this. But I survived it finally, and luckily, and for many years, 5 years, I had now long COVID. So I have still my energy level down, maybe 60%. I had a lot of breathing problems, taking medication for this, and a lot of painkillers to get rid of my pains. And for 5 years, I did so many treatments, I did so many things, and nothing helped. I'm still taking for all these years the redox signaling products. I went up with them liters and liters every week drinking. It didn't help. I did some other treatments, tens of thousands I spent, but nothing helped. And within 4 weeks, with these other products, literally my energy level was back to 100. I had no breathing problems anymore. The medication was off, also the medication with the painkillers, and I was going, "What's this product? This is crazy. Never had some results like this." But the most important thing was Anke. She was still paralyzed. I gave her the product. I said, "You have to overdose it because I understand the technology and everything." And so she overdosed it 5 to 6 times. She was hoping that something is happening with her as well. But after 4 weeks, nothing happened in her face. But she realized she had some inflammation and some problems with her hips. She should get a couple of weeks later. She should get some treatments with her hips. But within 4 weeks, this disappeared. She had a ganglion at her arm wrist. This disappeared after 4 weeks. So she knows something happened in her body, but this didn't happen. But after 7 weeks, the first mimics came, and with his first mimics, literally more and more every day came. I show you a picture how she looked like, so you will understand. After 7 months, she is recovered 85%. So the upper picture is already taken after 3 months. I'm not allowed to show the picture how she looked December 2024. But this was already after 3 months. It was still worse. But after 7 months, she's recovered 85%. And we are totally mind blowing how everything works and how we are doing this. So that's literally something where we have amazing, amazing, amazing results. So what happened is that after she is in the cosmetic industry, she has a cosmetic institute for 30 years, and then she told me. because she always said, "You're doing network marketing. I'm having my cosmetic institute." So she told me, "Can you dig into this because I'm really interested in doing this as my network marketing business." I said, "What do you mean?" She never told me this before, and she came with me to some events or something, but she never worked it. And I had to dig into this. I had to look into the products. I had to look into the compensation plan and everything. And the more I was looking into this, I did a research, my due diligence for a couple of months, 3, 4, 5 months. I was looking into this and I was mind blowing. I was multi-million dollar earner in previous companies. And I was calculating that I would make 4 to 6 times as much money as I did with Redox Signaling, even though I was multi-million dollar earner. And I would probably make 8 to 10 times with my current company. And I was going, this is not possible. How can they pay out that much money? I was going, this is crazy. And then I found out many things about the products, which really shocked me. For example, this you should probably note down. The product for a month supply is less than $100. Yeah. So this is really important because people stay on autoship if it is less than $100 for a month supply. So it's really cheap. It's affordable also in poor countries. So if it is,
I will say, Torsten, specifically when, because we know the deal, it could be very complicated with bringing ASEA to the market, especially in the Philippines. So when it comes to attention rate, the pricing, as you highlighted there, is absolutely crucial and can bring huge momentum with it.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Morten. And actually, if a product is between 100 and 150 euros, Eric Worre made a research on it and marketing studies, and he said if it is over this price, then we will have around only 13% of people staying on autoship. And if it is over 150, only 1.3% stay on the product. So you're always constantly looking for new people and so on. And so we have a product which is less than $100. And I was surprised asking the founder on the retention rate. Retention means how many people rebuying the product. And he said in the first 6 months, we have a retention rate in the company of 86%. I never heard something like this before. 86% are rebuying the product. So the product must be good and affordable. And in the month 7 to 12, it's still over 80. So the average is around 83, 84% in the first 12 months. So only because of this, you will make a lot of money compared to any other network marketing company. And then I dived into the compensation plan and I found out in the compensation plan why I was not making so much money with redox signaling molecules with this compensation plan. So the interesting part for me was that I had in this binary plan, I had a limit of 10,000 per week, which is around 45,000 per month. But here in this company, I have a limit of 1 million per month. So much higher. And so what happened with the Redox company, at the end of every year, a lot of my points, millions of points got flashed. So every year, they are resetting this and points are flashed and you only can keep a certain amount. So I created a lot of sales and a lot of volume, but always my volume was flashed even though I was not paid on this. And so here, this company is paying you up to 1 million per month. Depending on the rank you have, it's going higher until 1 million. And they have an amazing check match. And the check match is up to 50%. This is unheard. 50% on the binary income, which means, yeah, let's say Morten signs up someone from you guys in Philippines, Hong Kong, or someone, and helps this person to make 10,000 per month. So depending on the rank where Morten has, he gets up to 5,000. But if he gets 10 people like you helping to get to 10,000, so he gets 10 times the 5,000. So he's already making 50,000 only out of the check match. But let's say, guys, if the company is not in Asia and we just opened up Thailand, so that's the first country, but Asia is always the biggest market for every company. most of the time. So if we go into Asia, there will be people in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know, who will make not only 100,000 but a million per month. So let's say Morton sponsored someone who made a million in the binary. Now they will get 500,000 out of the check match. That's crazy. This is crazy. So every month, not once a year, every month. So now you understand why the company is paying out so much money. Also, it's a combination between check match. I'm sorry, binary and uni level. So they have on certain ways. They have it's a hybrid plan. So they have we can do trainings on this. We recorded already some training, so I'm not going too deep into this. But they have, for example, a customer program where you get on personal customers always when they buying 25%, but you're also getting on the first level 10, on the second level 5, and on the third level 5% on all customer volume. So this is all also really huge because I know in Asia there's a lot of customers coming in. There's a lot of influencers. Think about the influencers who are posting something, they're getting customers, and now you're getting paid. Either if you're posting, you're getting 25 on personal sales or 10, 5, 5 on your customer sales. But now happens something big. This customer sales is going automatically also into the binary system, and it's going automatically also into checkmatch system. So this is also totally weird, totally weird. And the company is paying up to $12,400 every month in fixed payments for people depending on your rank for car bonus or travel bonus. They say car or travel bonus because you get the bonus. You don't have to get a proof of a car or whatever or a proof of traveling. They're just paying you this because building your business. You probably take an Uber or you take something like this. So it's starting already at a low rank at C4. They have 12 ranks, C4 to C12. And in the higher ranks, you get up to 12,400 each month just for your car or for your travel, for your insurance, or for other things. So it's really interesting. So we did a training on this. We did some recordings. I just want to highlight some of the stuff that you understand. Wow, this is really a business opportunity, and especially if you are looking into this now, as we speak now from the product side, you will understand. Wow, combining a compensation plan which pays so much money and then having also an amazing product and then the timing, perfect timing. Yeah, that's actually where you guys should say, okay, I should at least consider looking into this. I should consider looking into some videos and probably being in there as fast as possible, and maybe with our help, even opening up countries where we are not even so far, because we are now in 38 countries. Most of them are in Europe, and we're doing 80% of the sales at the moment in Europe. And then we are in USA and Canada, but there we are only doing 20% of the sales. So actually, it's a 50 to 60 million dollar company. But now comes the interesting part, and I was freaked out with this because what happened, what I saw is I went to those company Zooms, I went to other Zoom meetings and looked into this, who is working this, who are the leaders and stuff like this. And it was really mind blowing that this company is built into a 50, 60 million dollar companies without really big leaders. It's just build it up with customers, some natural healers, some doctors who understood the product, and then some network marketers who never been successful in this industry before. But now we have the first $6 or $7 million earner lifetime. Some housewife or some nail ladies and stuff like this. We have two or three $2 million earners and one or two $3 million earner without really network marketing leaders. So actually, the founder told me, nah, with you guys now is there's a new generation coming in there. There's new leaders, you're professionals, you're working this. So if a company is built it up with this and they establish with just customers and some people who never been successful in network marketing, never been there, you can imagine what we can do if we do it professional or if we open up countries where we are not even. And I know how to do it, and I can teach you this how we can do all this. So from the product side, so I explained you already with the water technology. Most of you people understand that we need to have the cleanest water. You understand that medical water is not clean enough. So in 7 steps, we clean it at the ultra pure water. But instead of putting in, putting in the redox signaling molecules, we are putting in all vitamins, all minerals, everything we are putting in. So that's actually the big difference. So in our product, there are more than 90 ingredients in there. Actually, I talked to the scientist and he said, if you eat a little bit healthy, yeah, you don't need any other supplements. So that's actually a big thing. And I said, what are the exceptions? And he said the exceptions are, for example, people who eat vegan. Yeah, because the vegans, they have problems with the B vitamins. They have problems. They have no omegas, and so they have to supplement a little bit. They eat no milk products, so no eggs like Morton or some cheese or whatever. So they might need to add on some calcium or whatever. And also some people who don't eat the fish, yeah, they have some lack of omega, so probably they need to add on some stuff or calcium, magnesium. And he said there's another exception. The other exception is actually that you have people who are going to the fitness studio who want to build muscles like crazy. Yeah, they probably need some proteins extra. So, but all other people who eat a little bit healthy, they don't need it. And he explained it with me with this ball. So the doctor literally took this ball and he said, "This is not 100% medical correct, but it's for most people they understand how it working, and probably guys who have an understanding about redox signaling molecules, they probably understand what I'm talking about." I'm sorry, he said this should symbolize the cell. So everything inside of the cell, yeah, everything must go through this fence structure. There's like a fence structure. Everything must go in there. The problem is this must be smaller than 100 nanometers. If it is bigger than 100 nanometers, the body has to work on it and make it literally smaller and smaller and smaller, breaks it up in particles, so it goes into the cell. So that's actually what he explained to me. And so what happened is that he said if you eat healthy, it's like you have a plate with like a football or baseball from the size. Yeah, from the size. No matter how healthy the food is, yeah, but the size for the cell is too big because 100 nanometers, just imagine 1 grain of salt is 10,000 nanometers. So it's way smaller to go into the cells. And he said, if you have this plate, and with this plate, with the football on there, I actually have here something symbolized. I hope I have it. Oh, I have it here. Sorry, showing you this here. So I printed out something and I show it to you. So he said, look, you have now, oops, where is it? The cell, it looks like a cellular structure, like a fence structure. So that's what we are having. And now you're trying to get the football or the basketball into your body. So it doesn't go through this cell structure into the cells. So that's the big problem. So you're trying to get it out. Now the body needs to chew. Now it goes into the stomach. In the stomach, you have the acid. Then it goes further. You have enzymes. It goes. There's the villi. It goes into the blood vessels. Then it will be cleaned over the kidneys and liver and so on. And then out of this big football, only 5% of this football go into the cells. 95% of this football will be out, will never reach the cell. And that's why some people are taking now supplements But he says the supplements, if you take these vitamins and minerals, this is already good, having vitamins and minerals. That's what the body needs. The big problem is with vitamins and minerals. These vitamins and minerals, they are not free floating in the air. You have to attach it to something, to a powder, to a juice, to a pill, to something. And as soon as you attach it to something, it is also bigger than 100 nanometers. It's maybe 2,000, 4,000, 8,000 nanometers. So the body has to break it down as well, because for the body, it's like you have some tennis balls and you're trying to get the tennis balls through this fence. Maybe some go through directly, but the honest truth is, he said, um, a maximum 10% of every nutritional supplement end up in the cells. So he said, but imagine if you would have a spoonful of sand, yeah, and now you're trying to get this into your cell, so in or through the fence structure, so nearly 99.999%, nearly 100% will end up there. So that's actually how nanosizing works. So we are nanosizing all vitamins, all minerals, and 99.999% will end up there. But we are taking the water transportation system. So we're taking one single drop and put in more than 20 million ingredients of vitamins, minerals, and stuff like this. And and then we have one full cap. And in this cap, yeah, it's a little bit more than a tablespoon. You have around 150, 160 billions of ingredients, vitamins, minerals. You keep it for 90 seconds in your mouth, and it goes over the water channels directly into your blood, into your cells. And you can literally prove after 10 minutes taking this cap, you can see it in your blood. Before, the blood was clumpy, and then it's free floating, it's freaking out in a positive way. So you see literally the product is working after 5 to 10 minutes in your body. And this is the amazing thing. That's the technology. And we have literally two flagship products. With these two flagship products, we actually supporting the body. The blue one you see of these flagship products, it is CBD based. So 80% of the ingredients are CBD based, and you know the body has a lot of CBD receptors, so it's really good, especially for if the body has some challenges, and it supports the body on a cellular level. You know, I have to be very cautious to make not any health claims or whatever, but you can imagine, you can go. We have a website where we have some before and after pictures and some stories of people. Then you will understand what the product is really making. But it's also more than 90 ingredients in there in addition. And the green product, it's CBD free. So that's actually the Swiss Ageless. That's the only one at the moment we can get into countries which are not open, like in Asia and Thailand. So this product is literally based on the technology of Dr. David Sinclair. Dr. Sinclair, he wrote the book Lifespan: Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to. And we took literally his formula, yeah, which is Hollywood's beauty secret. So everyone in Hollywood is taking his formula. And so if you look at this picture here, what I have, Morten, maybe I can show this picture here. So so we took his formula. So now I see it in the camera. Yeah. So, and actually, if you take his formula, you have to spend in Europe up to 800 to 1,000 euro. You have to spend to get the products, literally to have these products. 800 to 1,000 euros. You need all these ingredients every month. But we have in these products, yeah, we have these ingredients as well, but it's less than $100, far less than $100. So that's the important thing. In the US, the net price of the product is $50. In the rest of the world, it's $60 plus taxes and shipping. So it's really affordable. It's a really affordable product, and you need one bottle per month per person. If you take it the first week 2 times, and then 3 weeks you take it 1 time. So that's actually how you take the product. In the beginning, I even would recommend take it double as soon as you have the product results, and then if you have the product results, you can literally go back. And we have crazy, crazy, crazy results. I see that Morten will wants to show you some of these pictures, before and after pictures, what we have. So it's amazing. So we also have in not in Asia, but in other countries, we have the quick shot sprays, which is five different sprays. So okay, that's the blood testing. What Morten is showing now. You see this on a camera. So we have this. Yeah, that's what he's showing. So that's really amazing. After taking 5 minutes, and then we have the quick shot sprays, five different sprays. So maybe you show the picture of the quick shot sprays. These will also be not available in Asia at the moment, but we will create, if we are doing the sales good in Asia, we will create these products also CBD free. So we have actually the first one is sleep. So if people having sleeping issues, then we will have the boost for energy. We have serenity for the brain and for muscle relaxation. Relief is people who are having pain, and trim is for the body's weight fat. So it calms down the appetite, helps against craving, and it also speed up the metabolism. So these
Also, Torsten, I think it's what one important thing is to mention is that, you know, CILI by design really understands how to create customers long-term wise, and they are doing that by giving free product. So every time you are purchasing a bottle of Swish, they automatically give you a free product. So you can decide to switch around that every single month. If you have challenges with sleep, you can add that. You can add a boost. You can add Serenity Relief, Trim, etc., etc. Go
in
on, sorry.
38 countries, not in Thailand, in Asia,
Exactly. Yeah.
because we don't have at the moment the quick shot sprays, but the company is already considering the three most selling of these quick shot sprays to have them as well as CBD free, because we can create them also CBD free. But we first have to prove that we can build up Asia. So that's always where we're coming back. So, and also one of my favorites things which will be available in Asia. So that's actually the faceless mist. So I love to spray this on there. It's the same ingredients what we have from Dr. Sinclair in this product, but it also has some additional ingredients, snow fungus, it has NAD plus, it has some collagen, it has many things. So Anke, she has 30 years of beauty institute. She went through all the ingredients and she said, "Oh my God, this is crazy what is in there. Normally, this spray must sell for 300, 500, 600 euros with these ingredients, because creams like this usually cost like this. But we are selling this for in the US for $40, in the rest of the world for $48 plus tax, which is an amazing price. People can use it. They can fill it up. There, we have a bottle to fill it up, and then you have this spray bottle, and you just spray it on there, and it goes into the deep, deep levels of your skin, and that's why people having results. And I have a friend of mine. She is the former Miss Venezuela. She was very skeptical. She didn't believe this, and she said, "Oh my God." Um, uh, I can't believe that this is happening. And so she took this product now 6 months, and she is going crazy with this product. But you see also, Morten is showing you a lot of these results, what we have with the product. The product is absolutely amazing. The product are really, really killing it. So that's the overview at the moment. Yeah. Morten, maybe you want to add on some other stuff. So
Yeah,
I
what
can
I
drink
think is
one
yeah, what I
coffee.
think yeah, bring some coffee. As you can hear, Torsten is excited. He, even though when I'm excited, I'm speed talking, but for sure, Torsten speed talks even faster than me. So, but guys, what is important to understand is that when it comes to CBD, CBG, the ingredients, it will be a challenge when it comes to the Asian market. There are markets that do not allow these products, but again, it's just a matter of time. And you have what one of my favorite product is the Swiss ageless. You know, it reverses back time. You know, it turns back the clock. The ingredients in this bottle are so hot at the moment. You know, if you just are using ChatGPT and ask for NAD or resveratrol or TMG or whatever, phycilline, spermidine, whatever it does for your body, you will be amazed. And imagine to have 95 ingredients, vitamins, etc., in one product that are affordable. This product, as Torsten were mentioning, typically if you should go out and get all these subs, it would cost you $1,000. So we have a product that can make a huge impact. It's affordable. They are wise, and it's just smart business and making a difference at the same time.
Yeah, and you can also mention with the book, it's proven with the book from Dr. David Sinclair. So the interesting part is that if you have this ingredients and taking this, you can prove, you can send into the laboratory the testings of your DNA, of your cells and everything, and they can measure if you take all these ingredients, what he mentioned in his book, over time, you slow down aging up to 40%. And also your biological age goes down up to 40%. And you can test it in the laboratory. The longer you take it, the more it goes down. And we remember we have these ingredients in the product, yeah. And we even made it better. We put in traditional Chinese medicine and other science. So we made his formula even much better, and we nanosized it. So 99% goes into this. And also mentioning, I built it up 2012 with redox signaling molecules, and then with 2013-14 with another product. So also from the skin. So we had only two products, and with these two products, we built it up a multi million dollar business, and I can build Asia with these two products alone. But these products are more affordable, so more people will be able to buy this product because they're much cheaper. Together, they are less than $100 net price. And then people can make a lot of more money because of this compensation plan.
It's absolutely, you know, it is for sure a great opportunity with a great timing. You still need to have the entrepreneurial spirit within you, because if you don't have an entrepreneurial approach to this opportunity, it's not for you. You know, I'm just very direct with you. You need to understand that it's early process, it's early timing, but you know, we are not stupid. There is serious a reason for why we are approaching you right now. One thing is because I like all of you guys. I have had many great moments with you back in the days, and I want to start up a you know, a collaboration again, you know, helping you expand and create a healthy, strong business, making an impact on a lot of people's lives out there. So, Torsten, I think it's time to address how it's possible to do something even though we are not officially operating.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
think that's a very important step, that all these people understands down to detail what is required, how can we do it, um, and
Okay.
so on.
Okay, first of all, I have to tell you, my previous company, where I went after Redox, in between there was also some things, and you will hear one day of the long story. But I was on a vacation, and in the vacation, I was talking with a lady, and she explained me about her technology, but she told me, but we are not in Europe. And I said, yeah, it doesn't matter, but the technology is interesting. And she said, "Yeah, but we are not in Europe." I said, "No, don't worry." Yeah, um, and and I was getting all the information, and I decided I'm flying over to see the company, and then I started this company in bringing all the things over to Europe. So what I'm teaching you, or how I show you how I did it, this is actually a proven business. I built it up a $2 million business. Is it for everyone? No. So I'm telling you, this is a very, very early stage, We cannot go to the company and say something. But even though I know if you go to the back office of our company, we already have some Filipino materials because there were some Filipino communities in the US. And so they created some of the Filipino material. So we already have some material in writing, PDFs and stuff like this in the back office. But it's for the Filipino communities which are around. Yeah. So we have some communities in the US, we have in Europe. So, you probably have some friends and so on. But this, what I'm teaching you, you just have to think about one thing. What you right now have is a first mover advantage. So what I had when I brought it to Europe, no one was thinking about how to get it. I'm a really very solution oriented thinker. So I'm always thinking if it doesn't go like this, yeah, how does it go? Does it go way A, B, C, D, E, F, G? So I'm always thinking if it's not going this way, I'm finding a way how it's working. I'm finding a solution. So this is not something which is for everyone. So we had also in the beginning some people that come back to us when you are officially here. But what happened? Everyone who was willing to go this extra mile, who was willing to go this extra step, these were the people who had the biggest business. They owned it. They became the number ones in their country. They became the biggest leader. I have still today the number one volume in Europe with my actual company. But think about this: I have a $15 million business, and I start here with this. Right now, I just got a public in a direct selling magazine. There was just an article out that Anke and I just started with this company. I have nearly 100,000 people. Why? Yeah, I see the big vision. I see that we are. One leader asked me one important question. This is really important thing, Hesi. Where do you see the company in 5 to 10 years? And where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? And I told him, this company is now a 50, $60 million company, more or less with customers who are happy with the product, some natural healers, some doctors, and some people who did network marketing but not really successful. One of the guys I know really 25 years. In his previous company, he was 15 years and he did sales, not income, sales in average of 10,000 per month. So this is nothing after 15 years. So I'm talking about not really important, not really successful people, nice humans, but not really successful. So what I can explain you now, uh, what is this? That's me. Okay. He's pulling a. So if you want to follow me, Top Coach VIP on social media. Yeah, I'm doing every day some learnings and teaching people how to become successful. And so yeah,
Actually, what I would like to find is just the article just made in the Direct Selling Association magazine because it's quite powerful, guys. I just want to address this as well. Quite interesting is that Torsten, are now jumping from a business where you have an organization of 100,000 people with a quite well going company. What's the reason for that? The reason for that is because he sees bigger potential. And I also think one of the things, Torsten, is actually you have figured out that there are a product that can outperform the other company's product, right?
absolutely.
Because you're also engaged into this business because you want to make a difference. Guys,
Exactly.
this product is out of this world. It's a powerful product.
I never had
It's
experiences like this before.
it,
What people can feedback, it's just mind blowing. You cannot even believe this.
I
I
will
thought
just
I saw everything in this industry. No, I didn't see everything in this
yeah.
industry.
So what I'm in the chat. I'm giving you a link. I would like you to wait with enter the link till we are done with the call. But the browser link is nextlevelsupport.info. The password for the site is CILI
No, 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 no,
2030.
no, no, don't share it, don't share it, don't share it. This is
Ah,
only for people who signed up already.
you're right. Okay.
I'm sorry. We cannot. That's secret. We have some secret groups, secret trainings. This is not to be shared. This is really insider information. But you can show the CILI Works website. That's what
Yeah.
you can. You got mixed up. I know you understand. You mixed
Chili
because
works.
on the CILI Works website you see all the results and stuff like that.
That's
So
sillyworks.com,
yeah, I
right?
think so. Uh, Look in the chat. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
good.
so actually, what I see is that this company is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years, minimum 10 times as big, but I think probably even $1 billion company because we are not opened up all the big markets. We are not in Asia. We just opened up Thailand. They opened up Thailand because they heard that I had in Thailand with the Redox company, I had 6,000 people in my team and two diamonds. But from Thailand, and we actually, Anke and I, we will go to Thailand in April. So we will spend there. We will be in Bangkok. We will be in Phuket. We will do meetings. We will meet with people. So if you want to come over to Thailand, yeah, and let's meet, don't worry. We will be there from 31 of March till 20th of April. We will be in Thailand. So if you find any possibility and you want to meet us. So actually, what I'm telling you is, I know how big this is going to be. Yeah, we are not in the Latino market. Yeah, let's say Latino market, Mexico, South America. We are not. We are not in Russia. We are not in all these countries where this is in China, Greater China. We are not in all Asia, Australia. We are not. And so I see where this company is going to be with this kind of product, affordable product, and really being paying a lot of money. And I said, and definitely, yeah, you just can calculate this because from I just gave you give you one thing that you can think about it. Yeah. So I have now nearly 100,000 people. Yeah. So 10,000 people for me, for some people it's a lot of people, but for some people 10,000 people is not. Maybe you just calculate what's 1,000 people. Yeah, let's get 1,000 people this year who are just taking these products, who are just using this product every month. $100 PV. Yeah, so just calculate with this. This is if you have 1,000 people, that's 100,000 PV, and the company is paying you, depending on the rank you are, somewhere between 10 and 20%. So let's take the average 15%. So that's 150,000. But if you have 10,000 people, let's say we have 10,000 people in Thailand, 10,000 people in Philippines, 10,000 people then in Korea. So it's going up. Some people will have 10,000 people who are just using a product. And I'm not talking about people who are buying big packages and doing network marketing, just using this product because these products are incredible. So you have now 10,000 people who are using the product. That's times 100. That's 1 million, and you're getting 10 to 20%. So in average, 15%, let's say 150,000. Reality is probably between 150 and 200,000. So, and if you have 50,000 people, I was calculating it, 50,000 people using this product. Yeah, you can have 50,000 people only in the Philippines, but let's just say um, 5,000 people in Manila and 5,000 people outside. So let's just talk about 10,000 people who are using the product in Philippines. Then in Thailand, 10,000 people, even though Bangkok is alone 18 million people living there. I think 18, 13, I don't know, millions of people living there. So now you have already 20,000 people using the product. And then you go wherever. Yeah. So you have 50,000 people using the product. This will pay you an income of more than 1 million per month. So that's my calculation. I said I cannot make. I have now 100,000 people, and I'm not making 1 million per month. Yeah, this is not possible with our compensation plan I have right now. So I said with the new compensation plan from CILI, this is 100% possible. And I said this is crazy. But if I have 1 million per month, yeah, I will have 10, 15, 20 people who are also $1 million earners, who are minimum making 1 million per year, or even also 500,000 or also 1 million per month, because this is just crazy. That's my philosophy, and that's why I said this is now big thinking, but this is uh, I learned from Jim Rohn. I was coached 15 years from Jim Rohn personally before he died. And he told me successful people are willing to do things what people who are not so successful are not willing to do. So I'm always willing to do this, and I'm willing to help people, and I'm willing to support people, and I'm willing to be there. And so I'm thinking in solution. And now you can have ways, and I'm showing you now ways, and I'm taking my flip chart now, so I'm showing you the ways how to sign up even though you are now in the Philippines. One important thing, because I always get the question, does the company pay me? So we're using a payment provider with a wallet who is paying in 160 countries. So we have about 190, 195 countries, I think, in the world. And so the 35 countries we are not paying is actually countries which are embargoes, where there's a war, there is whatever. So, but in 160 countries, and I'm sure Philippines is also on the list. So we are paying already in this country. So now how you can get the product? I just have to first get my flip chart. So Morten, maybe you want to catch over for one
Sure.
minute.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, one thing is for sure, and I want to address this. I think all of you are aware that what we have been capable of doing prior to this adventure. I have no doubt in my mind that we will be one of the fastest growing teams in Europe. We will also be one of the fastest growing teams in Asia. And both Torsten, Oddmon, Giavita, and I, Rune as well, are inviting you to participate, right? I know that some of you on this call will probably not get involved. That's okay. I also know that some of you will get involved and some of you will be multimillionaires. I have no doubt in my mind. So, and most importantly, see this as a absolutely exciting sidekick to your life because I believe that it will be one of the funniest roller coaster adventures that you can enter. It's gonna be so fun. There's gonna be such a big learning. It's gonna be fun to develop uh, this business. And I really hope that all of you will be participating in one level or another level. So yeah, Torsten, back to you.
Yeah. And I also cannot add on, even though if you decide not to do it right now and wait till it there, I just give you one super duper tip. Just get you a spot in the binary system and let the other people work. And if you're there in the binary system, come back in a year or 2 years and look how many people are under you. That's a good tip. That's really good tip because then you don't start from the scratch, but then you are already in. And by the way, from the binary system, there's also one big advantage because usually you have a big leg and a weaker leg, and some people never got paid on the weaker leg because they never was building. But here, this company is paying you also a personal sales bonus on everyone you personally recruited of 25%. So not just on customers, so also on every order, not only the first order, not only on initial orders, but also on auto ships. And
And
this is
also, yeah, you're totally right, Torsten. And also the qualification part, it isn't required to have a balanced binary. It requires that you have a strong personal tree, and that's also very important in order to redeem the bigger bonuses. So yeah,
yeah.
Torsten, let's get into details regarding how it's actually doable to get things going, even though we not are officially open.
Okay, what you see here now, we need to get from CILI the products to your country. It doesn't matter which country you are. So let me put in this a little bit further. So how do we get the products from CILI to your country? So what I use, how I build it up, this business in Europe was actually I used a reshipper. I used Ship7. I know there are some different other reshippers, but I use Ship7 because you don't have to have a monthly fee, and people who all only wanted to order some products for themselves. They don't have to have a monthly fee, want to pay a monthly fee of $10 or something like this. But and I have quite good experience with Ship 7. So this is what you need to do. So actually, you all sign up as US distributors. Yeah. This has a big advantage. Um, if you're a US distributor, you have the US price. So you everywhere in the world, you have the price of $60 net price plus tax.
50.
But
Yeah, yeah, sorry, sorry, Torsten.
but in the US, you will have the price of $50 plus tax. So, but we choose Reshipper Ship 7, and they have two locations, but we take the location in Delaware. A Reshipper is a company, it's a warehouse. So, CILI signs up, people sends the product here, and from here it goes to your country. So you actually have a US address here. And as you have the US address, yeah, um, this is like you have a post box here. And then, yes, you have the price from Silly USA, $50. But our reshipper, we choose Delaware as a location. The reason is why we're using Delaware is because it's a tax-free state. So you're already saving money on the taxes in the US. So you're paying $50 until it's arriving here, also $50. So that's actually something. I have to just take over a second. I take the other page. Morten?
One more time.
Just take
Ah,
over.
you
I
have
take
to.
the other
Yeah,
page.
that's
I
good.
just
That's
take
good.
that. I just take over the other page. Yeah. So I have to look where the
Yeah,
other page is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's totally okay.
Yeah.
But what we are very much looking into is a smooth operation. Okay, so we do not want you to get engaged into something that will require too much extraordinary attention and focus. We want something to go smooth, as smooth as possible, but we need to be aware there is for sure things that we need to adjust. But the good thing is here that Torsten have done it before. You know, Torsten have done many of these things before into Europe and other arenas, even though even now with other locations in the world with CILI.
Yes, exactly. And that's actually something which I have proven worked out. We have to do, obviously, in every country we are going, we have to do some testings, yeah, with some leaders who are willing to do this with small shipments, and then we are looking into how this is literally working. So what you have, you sign up as a US distributor. But here comes now the first challenge. As a US distributor, you need to have a social security number. So what we are putting in there, as we are not really living in the US, we just putting in a fake social security number, and we have the address literally from ship 7. That means, yeah, you have now a US social security number, and we have a US address. So that's actually what we are. Well, mm, it's again my AI camera. We never found out how I can stop this AI camera. We had a lot of funny meetings already with this AI camera, but I'm so close to throw it away and get my old camera back. So now you see we have the ship 7. Yeah. So the benefit of ship 7 is you have no monthly fees like in other countries. We go to Delaware. It's a tax-free state, so you're paying $50. And you have an address in Delaware, and this address in Delaware will help you. So US price and tax free. So that's actually the first steps. You have to set up the Ship 7 account before you can sign up as a distributor there. And then, as soon as the products arrive, you will get an email and you set your country. So you change the country wherever you are, and then you put in your regular address. You have to look on the CILI website for the invoice because you need to put in the value of the package, and then you choose the shipping. Okay, what is clear is you are paying two times shipping. You're paying shipping from CILI to the reshipper and from the reshipper to, let's say, Philippines. So that's double cost of the shipping. Yeah, but successful people are willing to do something what other people are not willing to do. First mover advantage, getting market shares. So that's really important. But what you cannot forget, yeah, you definitely get a cheaper price of $50 and you're getting it tax free. So you're already saving $10 here and it's tax free. So I don't know what the tax would be, but let's say in Germany it is 19%. So you're already saving more than $15 on each bottles. What you're getting. So you get $50 this product and you save $15 compared to what we are paying in official open markets. So it's not that it's so expensive. But what happened is that we are actually with this when do I stop now? Now it says it goes back. So now here I'm back. Okay. So I proved this system already working, and people were willing to pay a little bit more. Maybe let's say it's even $5 more because of the shipping or the customs or whatever. You might need to pay custom fees. We found out, for example, in Australia, we are doing the same way right now, building up Australia. So we had people, and we found out that if it is under every order under 1,000 Australian dollars, then there's a general fee of a one-time 5%. So that's really cheap. If it is over $1,000, it's more expensive. But as we have an auto ship business, that means everyone is ordering NFR, not for retail, only for personal consumption. So that's actually how this is really working. So that's a smooth way of how to set up something and get it rolling. And the good thing is, if we are getting to around 30 to 50,000 in monthly sales into a country, the company is going to take over, looking into how we can open up officially, how can we send products directly from CILI, from USA, directly to a country. But we first have to prove that we are there. So I learned also from Jim Ron. Jim Ron teach me. Every company would be stupid to go where leaders want them to go. So you probably say, hey, open up Korea. The company is not going up to Korea. Oh, open up Japanese market. No, the company is not going to Japan. The company is going where leadership is growing. So work local, think global. And that's with this said, work local, think global. You also think about Filipino communities all over the world, or the language you speak. Maybe from Hong Kong you speak Chinese. Chinese people are all over the world. We are in 38 countries of the world open. So in my previous company, I had people, I was working outside. Yeah. So I was working into Europe, but then it went back into the US and into Mexico and into other markets which were open, or into Australia. With the Redox company, I was actually building up from here with Thai people from Europe who had Thai massage, who had businesses here. They were contacting people in Thailand, and some leaders then joined. And from Thailand, it started to building up. And from Thailand, it went back to Europe. So they had all connections there. But from there, also, really one important thing is it went into other countries in Asia. So the company was forced also to open up other countries because they were making too much sales. So that's actually how it would work. It's extra steps. You have to teach this to the people. That's just an overview. We have all these things. Know exactly how to do it exactly. We can do also screen recordings of how to get through the ship 7, what to do exactly, and so on. So we can all do this, but we only need to find some people who are willing to do this and who are willing to create this. I had some people, I was writing down some of the benefits, what you have. First mover advantage. You're the first literally in your market. There is no competition from other silly partners. So because you are already there.
And I
Every
will also say, address this, Thorsten, not only the first mover into your market, actually the first mover into the region. There are so few people at the moment that are looking into that region because officially CILI aren't operating. But guys, we have done this before, and imagine to be in a position in 1 or 2 or 3 years when they are having official event, you are present at that event with 100 plus partners of yours. And it's said, if you have 100 plus partners actively, physically there at an event, you have a 6-figure income.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the power of moving forward. And again, this is not, we are in for the long term, guys. You know what to expect when we are with a company. We are with that company for 7, 8, 10 years, hopefully more. Okay. And we haven't even started yet. We are starting now. Okay.
That's right. That's
You,
right. We are starting now, January. January.
right. So we are starting at the same time. Imagine this. I was 5 years prior to you guys when it came to ASEA. Now we are starting exactly the same time, right?
And all
That
the people who have been there in the beginning are the people who get the highest rank and the most payment. The people in the beginning are always the people who are paid long term the most money.
that's how it is. That's how, that's just business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I write some benefits what you're having. Yeah. So you have no competition from other silly partners because no one is at the moment. There are not really leaders who think like we are thinking and building thinking already international, global, and stuff like this. Every contact, every leader, every structure, it will be under you guys. Yeah. So that's totally normal. And we are in the pioneer studies. We have maximum credibility later. So if we go to events, we did it without being open, and while the others are waiting before official registration, logistic approvals, and structures, we are already starting to earn commission. The time really works for you. Yeah, what else do we have? We are building the infrastructure of the market. So you will see, yeah, that the meetings and everything what comes with this, everything will be under you. You will get automatically people, customers who are using the product because your name is already out. What you can't do, that's also no. Don't go into social media and go now. Silly is going to Philippines or whatever. That's you can't do. Things like this you can't do. And don't order the CBD product. That's also no go. So we are just using the products which are CBD free. We have the proof of concept, yeah, for the company, and I had the proof of concept doing it a couple of times also prior. And this will be also a blueprint for other countries in Asia. So, like Morten says, we are opening up the complete Asian region, and we are far ahead everyone else.
That remember, all of you are most of you are business people. All of you are hardworking people. You are pioneers. I know that from the past. All of you had networks into other regions as or countries, as Torsten are mentioning. If we can identifying, you know, one leader, one leader that has a desire of becoming something extraordinary, a leader that are willing to put in the effort, then that person that you have sponsored can be the number one of that market. So we are there to support. We are there to help. We believe that we are some of the very best network marketing professionals within the European market or in the world. We know what to do. We have done it before. We want to engage you. We want to work with you. We want to help you to success. Says my key, my wish is to help you gain even much more success than Torsten and me and Oddmund and Gaia and Rune. That's the key. It's all a matter of Who are we talking with? How can we help them accelerate to the level where they want to go? How can we help them become even more successful than ourselves? That's the how we have to think. Yeah.
We can open it up for questions if people
Yeah,
have
I
questions.
yeah, guys, I know it's a lot of information. There is a lot of things to absorb. Materials will be sending out to you. Dig into it. Get back to us. Get answers. You can be using Otman. You can, yeah, Otman. You're probably already connected with him. You can use me. I will save Torsten's time to elsewhere, but you know. And again, Rune is also a guy that many of you know. So also you can ask him for whatever you have. You are very welcome to unmute yourself if you have questions. There are no stupid questions at all. So just fire away. If there should be anything. Are you sleeping, guys? Are you there?
I have a question. Guys.
Uh,
Emmanuel from the Philippines.
Hi there, Emmanuel.
Hello.
Yeah. So far, when I listened, he was talking about that there are some products who are not yet available, which are not yet available. For example, in Thailand, was it Thailand? I think he mentioned Thailand.
Yeah, yeah.
If those products are available, let's say in Asia, what would be the collection, the total amount of the product? What would be the total amount? Because one thing I realized that with the former company was that it was a little bit difficult in Asia because it was expensive. You
You, I,
see,
t I
and
totally agree. Yeah. So
yeah,
the
with
total
this one,
cost, yeah. Go
okay,
on, Emmanuel.
with this one, I see that it's cheaper, which means the market is good. But then another question I want to ask is that if, in case the other products that are not yet available in Thailand comes, what would be the total cost for all?
Uh, the total cost depending on the country. So you have we have to figure out, for example, now you said you're from the Philippines. So we have to do some with some people who are willing to do this, some test shipments, because I don't know how much how much the cost is exactly because you're the first guys we are speaking. So if you guys want to be the guys we are working with and doing this and want to be the pioneers, we will find out with you guys. From there on, yeah, we are teaching then also other people. So, for example, the company is already set because of this. They are sending to Thailand. They are sending directly the product. So you can just put it in Thailand if you have Thailand contact. You can already sign up people in Thailand with Thailand address. You have BAT in Thailand address. This is you definitely see the total amount. So, but in every country, yeah, this product, the flagship product, is $60, yeah, and this is $48. And then it comes the local tax, yeah, from which country? I don't know how high the tax in the Philippines is or not, and maybe there's some customs fee as well. And you have the double shipment. But what I showed you in this structure, that you are paying already the U.S. price, which is $50 instead of 60, and this is 40 instead of 48. And you're not paying any tax in the US because normally you also have to pay tax in the US. So,
Yeah.
but therefore you have two times shipping, shipping to the shipper, and then shipping to Philippines or wherever it goes. From Thailand, the company does it automatically.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
and that's also a good question. And when what is very important here is that we cannot share this to the people in the Asian region at the moment. For sure, not a market that are officially open. So right now we are present in Thailand officially. We cannot promote the CBD CBG product, okay? Because that's not legal. So the only two products, and that's fine, guys. I guarantee you, you should be grateful that the company only has few products, because that's the key. Duplication is everything. And for me, this product here are the game changer. And then, of course, a lot of people are going and focusing on beauty, outer beauty. This works from the outside in. The other one works from the inside out. It makes your cells pop and dance. It makes your reverse aging outside in. inside out. So these are the two products that we will be leading with. Just alone with these two products, we can create massive business. And then as time goes by, the company will for sure develop even more product. That you will have a skincare series, you will have different things. But guys, we should be grateful that we only have few products. That is the key.
They are developing, it will not be released this year, but maybe next year. They're developing a nano-sized, in addition to this, a nano-sized cosmetic series. So with creams and stuff like this, also nano-sized, nanotechnology going in there. But it's a really good question about the Food and Drug Administration and legalizing. You have to understand early stage and you have to understand early movers, but this is market shares. So if people are ordering for themselves, yeah, I can order products from Korea for myself. I cannot order it as a business. So I'm just ordering as a private person. So everyone is ordering for themselves. So you cannot order this for fitness studio or cosmetic studio and put this on the shelf. So it must be literally everyone has to order it for themselves. That's the only way it is legal from because you are just buying for your own stuff. But you're getting commissions, you understand? So every order is coming in, you're getting commissions. And also the company is really tricky and finding out how we can get products into the market because that's also new technology for Europe. So in Europe, they had to do this not as a nutritional supplement, but they released it as a mouthwash. Yeah, so that's the difference. So it's a supplement. They are also very strict. It's a new technology, novel technology. You would have probably taken 5, 8, or 10 years to get it approved. So the company now in Europe makes it as mouthwash because you understand if you come from a Redox company, you understand if the product stays there in your mouth for 90 seconds, 120 seconds, so then most of the ingredients go into your cells. 60-70% already will end up in the cells. If you swallow it, then the rest will go in. So if people don't want to swallow it and spit it out, they have only 60 or 70% of the product, then they need to take more product. So that's also possible. But that's how the company over time will find out how can we go into Hong Kong, how can we go into Philippines. But we have to create with people who are willing to just use the product. And imagine if you go on the website and see all these results and they probably people have issues with the grandparents, with their family members or whatever. We have stories. We are not allowed to make any health claims. But what this does is it really helps on a cellular level to help the body. People ask me, what is the difference between the Redox company and the product and this? And the Redox, you understand, it's redox signaling molecules. And this is really important because the older you get, your cell communication shrinks because you don't have enough redox signaling molecule. But the redox signaling molecule is actually the 911 call, so the emergency call for the body to tell the people there's an organ, there's some cells which are not working properly. Buddy, you have to work on this. So that's actually what the product, what the redox product is doing. But what you need is not only that, but then the body still needs to find ways how to repair this. And now we have the vitamins, we have the minerals, we have all the ingredients. So this product is literally not only the 911 call.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
literally the ambulance, the doctor, the hospital, the medicine, everything what is needed to repair it on a cellular level. So not just reverse aging, but to give the body the possibility on a
Yeah.
cellular level to repair itself. So that's
That's
the
good.
difference.
We have so second. We have questions calling in here. Rusky, we start with you, and Hans, you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
also. Yeah,
yeah,
go on,
yeah.
Russ.
Martin, I just want to understand. So is your product a substitute for ASEA, or does it work very well together with ASEA?
I can explain you this because I did with some, I'm speaking already with some really high profile people and the technology and everything. It works together with OSEA. If you take this, it works together. But if people only use this, they will have also probably 10 times as much better results Because if you understand that now 99% of these ingredients go into your cell, and now your body is able, with the amount of redox signaling molecules they have, also having cell communication, understand where some cells are not working, and then getting these vitamins, minerals to work on cells or to send cells which are not working into the apoptosis, so that these cells will be thrown out and will be replaced through new cells on a cellular level. That's actually why people have it. But if you are willing to take the redox products, take it.
Yeah. Good question. Hans, do you have another question?
Yeah. What's a stronger sell? The product or the compensation?
I can
I need to take that one. I need,
take that. No,
Hans
I just have to tell you, because you bring it now a strong thing. I just tell you something from Eric Worre, then you can take a really good takeover with this. Morten, I want you to take this over. I just want to say what Eric Worre said. He made an investigation and he said 50% of the people come because of the product, but stay because of the compensation plan. And 50% come because of the compensation plan, but stay because of the product. Now you would make the take.
Yeah. I totally agree with you, Torsten. But a compensation cannot be good without a great technology and a product. That's how simple it is. But I can tell you this: I have never seen a product company offer a compensation plan like this. Never.
That's right.
It's absolutely amazing. And when you're combining that to the history of the attention rate of a product, then it becomes outstanding. Guys, I need to address this. I had a huge organization in ASEA, but the attention rate was bad. That means that I needed to run around and around and around and around and around again many, many times in order to, keep the cash flow going. That's a challenge. And that also means it becomes complicated to help people earn what they deserve. And that's actually one of my missions. My mission is to help people earn freedom. And I was frustrated that it was complicated and difficult for me to help people earn freedom. Here, with an attention rate of 80 plus compared with 13%. Oh my goodness. And guys, I need to tell this to you. So Hans, I hope you got answer for the question. Lee.
Actually, it isn't. The thing is, if the retention is 80%, then it's the product that's selling. So I'm more interested in a product that sells, because when NAD came out, when NAD came out, market shifted there. And every time a new product comes, the market is shifting. Everybody's coming out with a breakthrough product. So I'm if the product isn't as good as you're saying it is, then somebody's going to come out with something, the way things are going.
Hans, I have a really good point on this, because I only told the first thing what Eric Worre said on this. So 50% become of products, 50% go or stay with compensation plan, and the opposite. But he said also 70 to 80% of the people, for them it's more easy to talk about products than about compensation plan. Because of talking about compensation plan, most people don't feel confident, because they did not have the big earnings. They did not have those things. The people who had big earnings, like Morten, Ottman, Gear, myself, and other people, we can tell about our story and people believe us that, okay, they did it again, or they do it again. And so, wow, okay. So that's more easy for us as well. But for most people, it is actually that people do have 70% speak easier more about the product, but then people stay also because of compensation and because they make the money. So I was asked a question from Tyler one day, and Tyler asked me, why did you grow that fast in 6 weeks, triple diamonds, after 2 years, $1 million earner? How did you make it? Yeah. And I was saying, I wanted to have the biggest organization where people are making 500 to 1,000, 1,500 per month, constant. And I said I wanted to have this. I was working with the small people because if I have a lot of small people, I will get also a lot of people making 3 to 5,000. And I will have people who are making 5 to 10. And I will have a few people who make 10, 20, 30, 50,000. And I have a few people who make maybe 100,000 or more. So, but the basic is always a mass of people who are making 500. But how do they make 500,000, 1,500? Because people loving the product. They share the product with their neighbor because the product is working, even though they don't make any money, or they share it with their colleague. And that's
That's
how
what I
I
mean.
build it.
I mean, the product has to sell itself because if you're going to go toe to toe with the company, Roski knows this.
Yeah.
When you pass Mega Mall, there's a big 40 by 40 poster of the top 20, 30 people of company earning. That's really for networkers here. That's really doing it for them. Now we can't go toe to toe with these people because we're under the radar. Okay, and since you can, and to tell you the truth, if you haven't found the companies in the States that can send directly here within 2 weeks, costing only $6, there are companies in the US, in New York. You send the product there, it gets door to door here. They don't check the boxes anymore because they have deals with customs here. So you can even sell the CBD here. You know, I was already shouting that out 5 years ago, and nobody wanted to look at it. It's a kilometer from me. I check day in and day out. If I send something because I send cigars, and then nobody just gets delivered to my place. There's no problem with that. And I don't see the big issue why sending it is going to be a problem. See, because we have Filipinos will always make a way. So you can send 10, 20 of that here as long as it's below 10,000 pesos, which is $200. Nobody's going to look at it. See, that's the declaration.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's half the homework done. So the only thing that's going to be the thing to answer is it
You have to understand, Hans. I'm very open to learn about this. I'm always looking for new ways. If you have maybe a better way than me, we are doing this. The company is not actively looking to open up Philippines. I'm telling you the honest truth. So,
yeah, I
actually,
understand that.
Morton says, I have great people in Philippines, Hong Kong, and amazing people I met, and I want to give them a chance. Do you see a chance that we can product in there on a regular base, not too complicated? I said, yes, I know how to do it. And so we are the people. The company will always follow where leaders go. So if
Mm.
we are building it up, we prove the company. Concept of the proof 30 to 50,000 every month going into Philippines or another country. The company will come and then we will find ways with the company how to get cheap products in there. But like I said, now you're shipping cigars, yeah, but they're light winded. Yeah, we have now, luckily, much cheaper. That's 200 milliliters. So we are not talking about 4 bottles with 1 kilo or more. So we have also light products, yeah. But your cigars are even more light, yeah. So
Yeah,
than this. So we will find ways of how to doing it. But we just need to find the first people. So
Yeah.
if all of you guys say we have to wait first until you go one day to we will find other people one day, maybe not now, but one day when we and then they will do it, and because of them Philippines will be open and you guys will be then joining them. So it's
Mm.
just a question of, do you want to be on top? And when we are building and creating momentum and maybe
mm,
using Filipino communities in Europe or in other 38 other countries in the world, or do I want to wait and be patient? Or for us, everything is good. We just, that's just a call to give you an opportunity. If you say, I'm a visionary, for me it clicked and I said, if I have a technology, if I have a product, $100, these two products together, and I can really build this up, and I can have a retention rate of 86%, so people are rebuying the product, then this can be a game changer with this compensation plan. If you said waiting, it's no problem. We just look,
Mm.
if there's some of you guys are now saying, look, we got something out of it or not. So we are just approaching now all of our contracts around the world, and we look who is going to jump on this at the moment.
So just to give you an indicator of the timing, and that shows also that we are starting that venture at the same time. All people entering through the Philippines or Thailand will be placed in the binary structure. You know, you have a right and left side. All of you will be placed in the same line. So nothing is guaranteed. You have to be aware of that. But I'm very close to 100% sure that I, together with the team, will cover your left leg. How many people are ending up in a position like that? Not many. But I believe that based on prior history. Okay, so that also gives you a huge advantage. If you're spending 100% on the hours you are spending on CILI by Design, you don't have to divide your 100% result. You can place 100% of your results in your right side. That's huge. And the reason for why I can do that is because Otman, Gavita, and we have made sure that we wanted the right strategy from the start. I said, we pushed Thorsten, listen up, you need to cover one leg. Because if we can do that, guys, what I'm sharing with you here, we cannot share with everybody. Because not everybody will end up in that position. Most people will have to build both legs themselves. That's a reality. That's how it is. That's a fact. And you can be earning huge money even though. But of course, it has a huge advantage that you only need to focus on one side. Right? Do we agree? Hopefully it does. It does. So I predict our intention is to build thousands of people in your left side. What you need to have in mind, you need to participate with at least one person yourself in order to gain banking from the volume coming in from your left side. All need to participate with at least one active ordership running on an ongoing basis, active account, and then you can spend all of your other effort in your right side. It's huge, guys. So, but I don't think, we have space for a couple of more questions. If we have, otherwise, again, the call is recorded. Yeah, Tanjo?
Is it okay? Can I talk with maybe Mr. Arun after this? Maybe can I have his number? I'm going to message him. I'm going to inbox him. I would love to talk with Mr. Arun, please.
Yeah. So I am sure, Rune, you can just connect with Tanjo on Messenger, Facebook, okay?
Yeah, sure, Tanjo.
Good.
I'll connect with you. Yeah.
So guys, remember, Hans.
Where is the information on the product?
I will be sending all the information to you through Messenger. Hans.
Okay,
As much as I have, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to share all information before you are registered because there are some hidden information. But we guys, go with the feeling that you have. If you have a bad feeling, don't spend time. If you have a little tiny feeling, get going. Guys, that's how simple it is. If you have just a little tiny spark within you that tells you, okay, this could be huge, you should not wait. You should get engaged. You should save your position. You should start using the product. No matter what, the product will do a huge impact on your health. And remember this, you can operate officially in all other countries that are open. We are using
I just want to make sure we're not allergic to it. There might be something that we might react to. I want to see what it is first.
Yeah. So
you will get all the information what we're sending out to people, and so you will get all this to make a decision. That's all what I send out every day So Morten will send this information also to you guys, so you will get all this information, what you need to make a decision if this is something for you. And we also can also do a follow-up call with follow-up questions and everything. So all will be good.
And I respect all lines that have, because I know, let's say, for example, Roski, Hans, Noel are connected in a way. So I respect that you keep the lines, but I also think it will be fair that everybody are ending up in the same binary side. Okay, so everybody will be having advantage of me and Rune putting in a lot of effort, Oddmund and Gaia are putting in a lot of effort, etc. That would be only fair for all of you. So yeah, and also the same thing when it comes to John. I don't know your status, but I'm quite sure you connected me with Leon in the past. The same with Kim and Ivan. I just want all of you to have the same benefits of the timing and the binary structure. Yeah. So, guys, with that said, think about it. Go with your feeling. That's the only thing we are asking for, no matter what. I'm very grateful and thankful for have had the opportunity to meet you guys. I hope that we can do another great adventure, this time with more ease and more great results, of helping people and generating more time, money, freedom. So guys, I will be stopping the recording, and let me know, text me if you need a recording as well. Big love from here, guys. Thank you very
All the
much.
best.
Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Thanks.